Okay, let's fan off. Good afternoon. This is the November 2nd, 2023, Thursday, November 2nd, 2023 market review. At day 4 NFP. I'm going to start with some big picture stuff here. Watching, pardon me, bonds. I had this marked up. Anyway, bonds showing a little bit of life, climbing back. It's the SMT here between bonds, the dollar, not between the 3 and 10 year. Pull back in this order block. NFP tomorrow, so this isn't out of the woods yet by any means, given the way we're expecting this order block. The dollar, I have it marked up here. Better here. Came down, respected this sequence here, lower time frames, midterm of an order block sequence. It's what bulls for the dollar wanted to see, did not want to lose that, or we'd start to explore to this low and what I would guess be this wick here. But we did gap down on the open, pulling back some it seems now, going into the close. Not out of the weeds yet by any means. Forex, then you can see higher, low, higher high, lower low, higher high here. I'm not really sure. The indices paint a much more clear picture. Looking at Forex, we are consolidating after an expansion, so I would expect some sort of form of retracement or reversal from here. Given that we're at equilibrium here and here, and we're consolidating, whatever way we get a move, I'll expect a decent bit of displacement. Let's go to indices. I said dollar, holding this daily fair value gap, respecting this level, looking for an order block. I can down here show you 4 hour order block here. How we close will be interesting. What we want to see from here is this by balance to remain resistance, and ideally we don't trade back into this gap, be a gap and go gap and crap, we'll call it. And I'd start to look for CE of this wick, this low, CE of this wick, and then this buy side imbalance, and more notably probably this side imbalance. I don't believe it might be a weekly. It's not now. Indices just absurdly bullish. Ended up drawing up into this SIBI, strong layout. Blew through this SIBI, encroaching on this wick, CE of this wick here. That would be my guess. There is a volume imbalance here. You can see it lit up a little if I zoom in. Volume imbalance here. I don't know what NFP is going to bring tomorrow. I wouldn't think that it's 340, 20 minutes that we'd run up into the volume bounce for the close, but it could be done. If not, I would watch for the market to come back into this SIBI here, have this act as support, and take us higher into these levels. Same here on NASDAQ down. We dip below this SIBI, I would watch, see if this wick here is maybe a place we would stop. YM, same thing, SIBI here. Looking at the daily here, I did want to mention that this is November. This is, let's see, September, October. We've had 3 full months now since the last quarterly shift and we do have a market structure shift here on the daily with some very intense displacement. I would not lock this in yet. I want to see what NFP brings and then what the weekend brings, given that there's a lot of unrest going on. But going forward, this is definitely an area, this is a balanced price range here on both of these. And going forward, if we are to pull back into these areas, you'd want ideally to see consequent encroachment not be purged. You'd want that to hold price. It can wick through and happen. Ideally, it doesn't even visit this area. That would be insanely bullish. But if we do visit here, looking for CE to hold in both cases. And that being said, since we have this market structure shift, and I do want to wait till after the weekend, but something to make note. Here's a quarterly shift chart. This might be a little sloppy here, but right here we have August 1st, which is when it didn't happen this day, but this month, the start of this month is when we got this quarterly shift right here when this low was taken. You can see we have the 20-day liquidity, purged, retraced. 40-day liquidity, purged, retraced. Finally, 60-day liquidity. We've taken that now. Just 2 days after 60-day look forward here. So to me, this looks like another quarterly shift. Something I will mark up over the weekend and talk about on Monday. But that's kind of what I'm looking at here. And we can do a quick, this would be the first 60. $60 put us here, which is right in this area with these of equal highs. Yeah, of course it is, right? That's something I would watch. If we do have a quarterly shift here, this could be a long-term draw, long-term target here back into this area. But that's a little ahead of where we are right now. Let's go to NASDAQ lower time frame. Lower time frame, 1 hour today. I mean, it's just a straight shot. Honestly, nothing to discuss. 15-minute London low. We're at, I mean, every dip's bought. Get to the 930 open here. Run up, purge, swing high here, which is marked here, which is this swing high here, this candle. We come back. See, we've poked above, came back. The open occurred, poked above, retraced, took some stops to fuel up for the rip higher. Come back into this 8:30 news fair value gap, tap it during lunch, run, buy side and balance, buy. They're all buys. Just a classic trend day. You don't want to short any of this whatsoever. 5-minute. Look, here we have the news release, news low, 8 a.m. We look between 8 and 9:30. That low to form, it's pretty key. Swipes it, doesn't quite get into this buy side imbalance. Reversal. Then we really purge this swing high. You see, we really worked this, absorbing a lot of liquidity here. Put down order block here. You'll see we used the 8:30 5-minute fair value gap here, which is what overlaps with this, or 15-minute fair value gap. Is that right? Yeah, 15. Okay. And this 5-minute order block here overlaps with that. You'll come and see we work it wick. No bodies closed below this. Just completely respecting it. Push higher, buy side and balance. Buy that. Ride it through the rest of the PM session. Happens right at 1 p.m. ES, 1 hour. This is what I'm watching now. This looks like a breakaway gap, measuring gap. 4347 would be this volume imbalance. See, they overlap here. So that's something I'll be watching. We're pretty close already going into the close. We've got another 14 minutes. Barely dipped down to this buy side imbalance here at 6 a.m. Really, there's no 1 hour entry of any sort. So we've just been trending. 15 minutes. Let's see. 8 a.m. 8:30 news here. Buy side imbalance. Dip down at 9:15. Retrace again back into the 9:30. Equities open buy side imbalance. Rip. Consolidate into lunch. And then resume the uptrend. 5 minutes. Rip into news. Retrace, implied fair value gap here. Left this open. Ran higher. Came back 9:30, right? Ripped at 9:30. Came back. Have to stop out longs before we move higher. People can't just buy the open. So we take a low, rip here, balance this. Price shows no willingness to get back in and runs beeline straight for CE. Retracement, most likely. Ooh, fall just short. Kidding. Fall short. Consolidate into lunch. I think we would see a little retracement here. Maybe take this low before resuming higher, but we hold the discount level like it. Once we got in here, I have to remember this daily level becomes a discount now. So we didn't need to come all the way down here. I don't even know if we hit CE of this wick. We did, wicked off CE here. Popped up, retrace, buy, higher, buy side imbalance, buy, uptrend resumes. Giga bullish right now. And we just trend to the end of the day. We can go down to the 1 minute now. So here, this buy side imbalance pokes through, comes back up, respects the upper one. That's what you want to see. Rip off the open. Retracement. Do OTE. Right at the 70% retracement level. Let's actually put some extensions on. I haven't checked this out to see if we got anywhere. Right now we're at negative 0.5. Quite a move. And we retrace, fill this in, push down beyond 10 o'clock. 9:50 to 10:10, what happens? We run on liquidity that has not been ran yet, right? So since the open, boom, only buy sides taken. Retrace, still only buy side, 10 o'clock, break, take the low, sell side taken. Then we can resume the uptrend. Rips higher. 5 minute balance price range comes back just a tick above, right above. And then we rip higher going up into CE here. Another deep retracement, wicks down out of the daily fair value gap low. This should actually be the CIBI on the daily. Traces consolidates about halfway through lunch. We finally see a push up and out of this consolidation. Retrace back. 5 minute CIBI. 1 minute here, I can mark it up as well. Overshoot, but come back in again, respect it. Rips higher. NFP tomorrow. A lot of movement already. The week's been trending. I'm not going to go in looking to fade. I'm not going to go in looking to buy, given how much we've moved. I'm just going to wait for NFP to give me some intraday volatility to trade tomorrow. I'm not going to look to take the market into another premium level unless we see something like we consolidate overnight, NFP drops us, we test CE here, maybe the low. I don't know how animated they want to get, and then we start to reverse and push higher and push higher. And then I'll look for the next PD array above. Most likely this volume imbalance that's sitting in here. I would expect some pop up into there, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, that's going to be all. Another day done, 4 days in a row.